Testing, testing. Is this thing on? You know, believe it or not, my mother is proud of me. Thinking about going to Hawaii, playing some golf for the holidays. You know, just try to escape 2020. My teeth look so white in this light. Wow. Believe it or not, I am wearing socks with sandals currently. They're fuzzy socks, at least. I don't know if that makes a difference. Hi again. Welcome to another video. Short week, short work week. I don't really know what Thanksgiving looks like for a real estate agent. I would imagine it's probably slow. So, with that being said, let's talk about some things, specifically one thing that you can be doing on Facebook, or at least like learning about during this downtime. Basically, we're going to be talking about the Facebook Carousel post option, if you will, specifically for like your open houses or your listings. First of all, why? Why am I going to be talking about this? Why should you be doing it? Well, so with us being as humans, you know how we are. I like to use the phrase that we buy with our eyes before our wallets. And that's true, especially when it comes to online things. Even you know, when you're doing online shopping, you're going to be attracted to an item which the photo or photos have drawn you in, right? They've made you click, you then go to the actual page and you can read and look more about it. It's the same thing when it comes to houses here, people. It's not rocket science. I mean, yes, obviously it's more money than like a $40 sweatshirt or whatever, but it's still the same concept. So what I'm gonna be trying to do today is help you utilize the Facebook Carousel option to hopefully entice more people, reel more people into your posts and sort of engage with that human psychological behavior that is just curiosity. So first of all, what is a Facebook Carousel post? Well, I'm sure you've seen them. Sometimes you'll see them on ads as well as just actual posts. And you can do it on either. So basically this is what it is. You can do this with individual photos of individual things. So like, let's say you want to make a carousel post and each individual photo in the carousel is like, say you have like a bunch of listings. Each individual photo in that carousel could be one listing, and then you slide to the right, next listing, slide to the right, next listing. So that's one way that you can do it if you just want to be like, hey, just glance at the properties that I have available. Another way that you can do it, if you get a new listing, or even if it's an old listing, doesn't really matter, and the photos are good, nice, we should be taking good photos here, people. I know that you probably think your phone photos are good. Doesn't matter. Spend the $99 for whatever real estate photographer you can get, and they will be better than your photos. I guarantee it. Anyways, if you get a new listing, you can just toss it in a carousel photo. Because think about it like this. If you were to just toss up if you were just like copy and paste the link from wherever the Real Estate One website, it's just going to show the one photo of the house, and then right below it, it'll have like the address or I don't really know how that works, but it's just one photo. So when your possible client is scrolling through Facebook, that photo either has to check off every single box that they're looking for, or it has to pique their curiosity, etc. It's slim. The likelihood of them clicking on that photo. Well, it's slim of them clicking on the photo, but it's even slimmer that they click on that photo and they'll actually be a qualified lead. Whereas if you create the carousel post, right, what's gonna happen is they're gonna see that first photo of that house. If it piques their interest, then they're gonna slide over and see maybe the interior of the house, slide over, see the kitchen, the backyard, the basement. And then if they click on it still, doesn't that sort of make them more of a qualified lead? Because they've already seen the photos, if you will. So now they're kind of looking at like where it's at, what the price is, the square footage, and all that fun stuff. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you use a carousel correctly, the people that are clicking on them should be more qualified. Or, I don't know if qualified is a word, but they should be more of a hot lead, right? Same thing with open houses, right? It's the same exact concept. You have an open house, instead of just slapping on the exterior photo of the house that everyone shows, like, yes, we get that. but we also don't live in the outside of the house, right? People want to see the inside of the house, but it's not like you're just going to post the inside of a living room, because that's not really how this works. So with that being said, that is sort of why, not how to use it, but why you should be using it. And then next up, we are going to go over the bare basics on how to make a carousel post. Let's go check it out. Okay, so after about a solid 30 minutes of scouring the internet to figure out how to post a dumb carousel, I finally figured it out, because Facebook made it extremely hard to do that. They took that feature away when you just are on your page and you click create post. They no longer give you the option. They have to make it really hard. With that being said, I'm gonna need you to go to business.facebook.com. Is that a / or I guess it's a / Creator Studio. When you get there, you should see a page that looks exactly like this. Up here, you should see your profile photo up in the top right. And then I have multiple pages that I can manage because I'm the admin of them, such as all of these. So therefore I have all of them. You'll have your real estate page, and then if you have any other pages for whatever reason, they will also be here. So what you're gonna wanna do, again, this looks sort of overwhelming and daunting. Don't worry about it. We are only here for one thing. And what we're gonna do is up here, right under the home button, is called post something. You're gonna wanna click that. And then again, if you have multiple pages, it's gonna ask you, which one do you want? We're just gonna do this one, just because I don't wanna accidentally post something somewhere. And now it sort of looks like what Facebook looked like a couple years ago when it would ask you to post something. So in order to post a carousel, you go down here to multimedia and create a photo carousel. I don't know why I say I'm photos. I don't normally put that much emphasis on the T. And so now what you're going to want to do is, if you have the URL of the listing that you are wanting to promote, and so you're just going to copy that URL, and then right here where it says photo carousel destination URL, that's where whenever they click on any of the photos in the carousel, this is where it's going to take them. So you post that, you click this little right arrow to let Facebook know you're ready, and then now you have the beginnings of a carousel. So up top, you still have the ability to write something up top, and then what makes it a carousel obviously is multiple photos. So down here, it gives you the option to add a photo. I believe you can put up to 5 photos in the carousel, and this is where you would do it right here, right next to the main photo. You're gonna see a little grayed out box with the plus button. You're gonna go in, find your photos. These are just 2 completely random photos. I believe you can add more than one at a time just by holding Shift, and then you press open and it'll load. And then what's gonna happen is it's going to basically load the preview, and it's going to give you an example of what it's going to look like. And one of the neat things that you can do is you can customize the text under each individual photo. So for the exterior shot, it's not a bad idea to put the address, maybe the price, maybe where it's located in the city. But then let's say, obviously this isn't a great photo for it, but let's just say that this was an interior shot of the living room, or maybe it had a nice pool. You could see how this text highlights to yellow. You can click that, and then you can change that to look at these awesome rustic, because that's a keyword, shutters on this very cool house. Boom. People are clicking all over that. And then once you click off of that, it's going to show you what it looks like. Same thing with the next one. Again, obviously this is not the same house. This is just a random photo. If you wanted to change that up again, you can. And at the very end of the carousel, after you've after they've hopefully scrolled through all of your photos, the absolute last thing in the carousel will be basically the see more at whatever the URL is that you choose, as well as your page profile picture. Now again, just to clarify, just because, got to cover the bases, you should not be doing this and cannot be doing this on your personal page. This has to be done on your business page, right? I mean, I know you guys know that, just got to throw it out there. After you've done that, I mean, that's basically it. That's pretty much the entirety of it. Obviously, you probably want to throw something up top here where it says write something. Check out this cool house with rustic shutters. Gotta add the keywords in there twice. Clearly, I'm a realtor. And once you're done, it gives you the option to either share it now, or you can schedule it. So let's say you want to have this go out at like Friday morning, 7 a.m., but you are still way too sleepy from all the turkey that you ate. So that gives you the option to do that. Or if you're like, hey, I'm not ready to post this yet, you can save it as a draft. So yeah, and then once you're ready, you click share now and it sends it right to it. So again, not hard. Sure, did Facebook make it harder than it needed to be? Yes, but that's just the world that we live in. So again, you should be using this for your listings, your open houses. I mean, I guess technically if you had like a team, like if you were a team of realtors, you could do like a meet the team type of thing, and each individual carousel photo would be like the photo of the person. I'm just spitballing here. But yeah, I think carousels are a pretty good idea. You should at least look into them. My thoughts are this: give it a try, right? Just test it out. Give it like 2 or 3 tries. Whether it's listings or open houses, just try for 2 or 3 times, and then just see how they react. And then just see what the engagement is like between the carousel posts and just the regular plain old boring posting the URL with one photo, and they only have one photo to decide on whether or not they're gonna list. Again, for those of you that are like, I forgot what that website was called, it's business.facebook.com/creator studio. And this should work for you guys. I tried it out. It took me about a half hour to figure this out, so hopefully it was worth it. On that note, have a safe and happy holiday weekend, and I'm sure I'll see you guys in the future.